Hello, Emma from Team Living Your Dream. And today in the 7 Minute Success series, we're going to talk about the third personality type, the last but most no means least, the nomad. If you remember, we have already discussed the warrior personality, which are excellent leaders and very good at leading their team to victory and success. But they tend to be a bit rigid in their thinking, and if something is wrong, they find it difficult to step back and look at what they can do differently. And instead of they will blame what's around them or other people, or the system doesn't work. So the rigidity of thinking is the bit that they need to work on. What they find really easy is leading a team, making decisions, attention to detail, following orders, and that sort of thing. When they make up their mind to, actually, that's an important point to note. Warriors, I mentioned, they are excellent leaders, or actually very good followers. But it takes them making up their mind, saying, I'm going to listen to that person because I have respect for them. And that person has to have earned the respect through achievement, qualifications, or status. Once they do, and they make up their mind to follow, they just are very good at doing what they're told. Settlers, I really briefly touch on settlers. Settlers hate leading. They don't get on well with it. They are very good at nurturing teams. The reason I hesitated then is because I wanted to go straight on and talk about your nomads. Nomads are the third personality type. They were the original people who explored the world, and it's the reason why we moved around so much and have populated this planet. It's the nomads in people who love adventure. So the sort of jobs and the sort of activities that suit nomads the best are ones of exploration, going into the unknown, finding out new things. Nomads are the natural entrepreneurs. They're the risk takers. They're the ones that will decide on a course of action and go after it. They love new things. They thrive on excitement and newness and adventure. When you look at the three personality types and how they deal with how their living space, for example, the warrior, he is the king or she is the king of the castle. You know, they like to be in charge. They will often be the head of the family, and their home literally is their castle, and they rule it, and they have everybody in their team or their subs around it. And the same with building a team. They are the king of their castle in their profession. Settlers are your nurturers. Where they deal with their home, they are great home builders. They like everything around them. They are the homemakers. They will make it comfortable and make it lovely for everybody and look after everybody in it. Nomads get bored with being in one place. The excitement from home for them is exploring a completely new place and setting it up again. Once it's just at a level where everything's comfortable and normal and settled down, they've got nothing to do, they're off because it's boring. And this, where nomads are great entrepreneurs, if they're starting something new, they have incredible energy and drive and conviction that that's the direction they're going in. That's the bit that all the new, exciting, shiny things are. That's where they want to be, and they will move mountains to make it happen. But as soon as it gets mundane and boring, they're off. So where they, as an entrepreneur, where they have the drive to start new things, and they're not scared of risk, they're not scared of the unknown, they don't, a warrior will want to know all the detail, they'll want to calculate everything beforehand. A nomad won't. A nomad is like, right, that's what I'm doing, and they will go into it. People signing up to your team, you can tell the difference very quickly. Somebody who just watches a video and signs up and gets going and is impatient to get started, that'll be your nomad. Somebody who's been on your list for months or even years and then signs up, that'll be a warrior. They have thought about it and thought about it. They've probably done a lot of research. They've probably been watching you for a while. They've probably Googled you to find out if you're real. And they would have made connection in other social media just to try and check you out. And then they will make the decision. Once they make their mind up, they are undaunted. A nomad will make their mind up straight away, and then they will go at it 150 miles an hour. But if it's not working, they'll walk away. And that's the biggest downfall of the nomad, is not seeing things through. They get bored. If it becomes too much of a challenge, they'd rather walk away and start something new than stick through it. Whereas a warrior will often bang their head against the brick wall rather than finding a way around it. Once they've stopped doing that, they will learn and work their way how to get past that problem. A nomad will go, oh, do you know what? It's much more exciting over there in the distance, or on the next mountain to climb. So entrepreneurs are constantly chopping and changing from one thing to another. Also, the nomad is constantly chopping and changing, which is why you get so many entrepreneurs in a business like network marketing. They're attracted by the bright, shiny promises, but when it gets tough, if they don't have some of the personality traits of the warrior, they walk away, they start again. And they will often go with another similar scheme, that they're attracted by the bright, shiny promises in another scheme or some other company, and they will go and do that. And then when that doesn't work, they move on to the next. Other things, from a leadership point of view, nomads, right? A warrior will lead by telling their team, instructing their team what to do, training their team. A nomad leads by inspiration. A nomad will is great at inspiring people into action, at going, oh my God, if they can do it, I can do it. But a nomad doesn't want to be telling people what to do. Their team follows them because it's an inspiring person. But a nomad will want their team members to find their own way, just like they did. The nomad would have found their own way. They wouldn't have done it by being told what to do. Nomads are rebellious, and they will do their own thing, regardless of what they're told to do. If you tell a nomad you need to choose the white direction, they'll go in the black direction. If you need to do it this particular way, they will do it a completely different way. They will find their own way of doing it. They will find their own way to the goal. A nomad will very much prescribe the fact there's many ways to get to the same result. Whereas a warrior, there's only one way to get there, because this is the right way. I talked about, when I was talking about warriors, I talked about flat pack furniture, how a warrior puts flat pack furniture up. You can take the 3 different personality types now and liken that to flat pack furniture. A warrior will get all the pieces out, check they're there, check them off against a list, and then follow the instructions step by step, because the instructions are there to be followed. The instructions are telling you how to put it together. So why would you not follow them? A nomad, in complete contrast, would get the box, shake everything out, get the instructions, throw them over their shoulder, and then just put the thing together. They will work it out. They will work it out themselves. If they can't, they might resort to the instructions, but more than likely they'll just walk away and do something else. They'll get bored of it. A settler would give it to a warrior to do. They wouldn't do it themselves. They would go and find somebody else to do it for them. So they're sort of the 3 different personality approaches to life. If a moving house, if a settler doesn't like moving house, they hate change. They would want to stay. They want to stay close to their families, close to their communities, what they know. They love staying what they know. That's where they feel comfortable. A warrior, if they move house, they will probably stay within their communities, but they will move up a level. They would only move house if they're going increasing in value, in status, or they're going up in some way. They would move to another town or to another place, but only for promotion, only if it serves them going up. A nomad, on the other hand, if you get a nomad who moves their home, they won't just move house, they will move country. They will go to the other side of the world. They will go to some place that they've never been before. They will move town completely. Nomads are the most independent of the three personality archetypes. They are quite happy going and doing things on their own and going and exploring. So there you have it. Oh, just quickly, just to recap, the downside of the nomad personality is their staying power. If things aren't going right, or if they've got mundane or boring, they find it really tough to stay in that project. They'll want to walk away, but they are great at starting things new. So be mindful that if you get bored, you need to find a way of making that interesting again, shifting what you're doing, getting that excitement back some way, or just being aware that that's what you do and stick with it, because that's what you have to do in this business. It's staying there. There is no failure, there's only giving up, and that's the nomad's hardest thing to come to terms with, is not giving up when things get tough, because there's much more fun things to do. So that's it for today on Nomads. Tomorrow we're just going to recap, talk about the three personality types in relation to running an online business, and where you can use the strengths of each one in your business, and who is most suited to online business. So that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow, still in, where am I? Florence. Bye.